So I continued flipping through the book, and I found another quote. If I can find it there we go. What should we American farmers be without the distinct possession of that soil? On it is founded our rank, our freedom, our power as citizens. Well, what does that mean? Let's see. What should we American farmers be without those distinct possession of that soil? So, what are we if we don't own the land that we farm? Well, the answer is slaves. I know I said that in my last video, not exactly that sentence, but I used slaves. Well, we're slaves in this one because we don't own it, and yet we're supposed to farm it. That sounds a lot like what we did to the black people, African Americans, or Africans at that point. In America, we got the slaves, we got the Africans, took them here, and told them to farm our land. This isn't yours, but you have to farm it. Sounds like slaves if you don't own that soil. On it is founded our rank, our freedom, our power as citizens. Our rank, well, meaning who we are, what we do. Our freedom, well, if we don't own it, then we're slaves. We're being told to farm it, and yeah, basically it on that. And our power as citizens. Well, if they own the land and tell us to farm it, then we don't have power. We're being told what to do and how to do it. Which brings me to one thing that most people don't know. In or outside of America. Most people don't know that in America, people don't actually own their land. Like, the property I'm on right now is owned by my family. And what I mean by we don't actually own it is we own 49% and the government owns 51%. And it's not like it was split down the middle awkwardly. No, that means if the government deems it necessary, they can make steps into taking our property because they chose to. We would have no say in it whatsoever. They can offer us 1920 prices, and if we refuse, then they can just take it. No say. And that there's tyranny, and that's why we own guns in America. Not saying this specific household, but even though this household does have guns, but not my point. My point is, in America, we have the right to own guns in case stuff like that happens. When people try to take our land, well, we just simply say no. And if they try to take it, well, then when they try to use force, then we use our own force to defend it, because it's ours, and we're not going to give it up that easy. There you go. Oh, another thing. They want to restrict gun rights. That's a huge thing in America and everywhere else in the entire world. In America, you're allowed to own guns. Most countries, no, you're not allowed to have guns. America is one of the last countries that allow you to own guns. I'm not sure of any other countries that really allow you to own guns like America. In fact, I know America has the most freedoms on guns. Britain, I think you're allowed to own hunting rifles, and maybe even in Ireland you might be able to own hunting rifles. But you can only use them in hunting rifle, or as hunting. And there's other countries I might be thinking of where you can only use guns in gun ranges. The guns stay there. You can't take them home with you. It's used just as a pastime. But they say, well, the gun stays here and whatnot. Well, guess what? Those countries have higher crime rates than we do in America. Why? Because, well, the robbers get the guns illegally, and the robbers have free picking on the law-abiding citizens. Well, in America, the citizens have the right to own guns to defend themselves. Because if you take the guns away from the citizens, the law-abiding citizens, well then, the, what you call robbers, bad guys, criminals, have free reign over you. Because just because you take them away from the citizens, you're not taking them away from the bad guys, the criminals. They're still going to have them, whether guns are banned in the U.S. or not. So, yeah, we keep our guns in case of tyranny. Thought there was something else I wanted to say about guns. Can't remember it right now. That sucks. But yeah, I think that's it. All right. Bye.